Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Jurnee Taylor. Congratulations, we've made it over the hump. It's Thursday. Let's get a look at some of our top stories coming up. First, after an all-day affair in its first regular meeting, the Arkansas Board of Corrections names a new interim secretary amid court battles. Plus, a rare bipartisan win on Capitol Hill as the House expands the child tax credit. Coming up, what this means for U.S. families. And final preparations are underway for music's biggest night. Later, a look at what you can expect from Sunday's Grammy Awards. But first, let's take a stop by the weather department where we find meteorologist Nathan Scott. What are you watching over there? Good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon, Jurnee. Good to see you. Welcome to February. And it doesn't feel too bad out there right now. We're actually seeing temperatures well above average for this time of year. The sun's got some competition with the cloud cover. More thick clouds into West Arkansas are continuing to be on the increase. So we'll see the sunshine fade away this afternoon. Radar shows there could be some rain happening in the clouds. I don't think that rain's reaching the ground. But don't be surprised if you see maybe a drop on the windshield. That chance is very low, but can't be ruled out. Winds are from the south and southeast, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And temperatures today will be warming up into the low to mid 60s area-wide. Probably close to 70 in Camden. Even folks in Jonesboro will flirt with 60 degrees with that mixture of sun and clouds. The weekend, though, that's when things go downhill. Rain will be arriving on your Saturday and continues into Sunday. Along with that, some cooler temperatures. Let you know how much rain you could see in your neighborhood coming up.
All right, thank you, Nathan. Well, now let's get a quick look at your traffic. Earlier, there was some delays heading eastbound on Interstate 30. But it seems things are picking up just fine, as you can see now. There's a closed off ramp up the road, so be advised if you're going to be on the roadways today, always remember to buckle up and drive safe. An investigation is now underway as officials search for answers as to what caused a plane to crash in Conway yesterday afternoon. Officials arrived to the scene of a single engine crash just after 5:30 last night. They say the incident happened in the vicinity of J.W. and Pat Brown Boulevard. That's just southeast of the municipal airport. So far, only minor injuries are being reported. Conway police say that the FAA has been notified and are looking into this situation. And a new face will soon step in to serve as secretary for the Board of Corrections. Following a 5-hour meeting on Wednesday, the prison board voted to approve not only new leadership, but they also decided to make room for more bed space. However, that will only come once certain conditions are met. Chairman Benny Magnus says a sufficient amount of new staff needs to be hired before they can move forward.
The law is on our side, and so we're going to move forward. It's just the best method to make sure we don't cause any more ruffles than we can have to.
The board is also aiming to address their near 50% reoffender rate, saying right now they don't have proper reentry programs. And moving forward, Magnus hopes to ease ongoing tensions with the governor's office. A $78 billion tax cut package is headed to the Senate after passing in the House last night with rare bipartisan support. The measure would boost the child tax credit and reinstate some business deductions. Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill with more.
The yeas are 357, the nays are 70.
It's an issue that brought together Republicans and Democrats as the U.S. House overwhelmingly passed a $78 billion tax cut package that aims to help U.S. families, children, and businesses.
You know, I've been told that a half a loaf is better than none, but this isn't even a half a loaf. But I'm going to vote for it because our families and businesses need help.
While not as generous as what was passed during the pandemic, the bill boosts the refundable part of the child tax credit from $1,600 to up to $2,000 by 2025. It would also reinstate some business deductions, including those connected to research and development.
Each of these policies will help American businesses grow, create jobs, and sharpen their competitive advantage against China.
This is obviously a very rare but nice bipartisan effort to see.
John Buell of the Nonpartisan Tax Policy Center estimates all eligible households would see an average tax cut of around $680 if the Senate passes it by the April tax deadline.
As you know, people very often live paycheck to paycheck. So for people who are lower income, who have multiple kids, those are the people who are probably going to see the biggest benefits from this.
He says taxpayers who file early could still amend their filing if the bill gets to the president's desk. Some Senate Republicans have expressed reservations. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Meanwhile, if you plan to vote in Arkansas's primary elections, you need to make sure you're registered to vote no later than February 5th. In order to vote, you'll need to be a U.S. citizen and over the age of 18. It's also required to be an Arkansas resident to vote in the state. To get all your election information, such as voter registration and polling locations, we have a link posted to that right now online at thv11.com, and you can go there to visit the Secretary of State's website. And in Little Rock, city leaders will soon decide on additional funding for programs aimed at providing children with a clear path to success. Directors at places like Bridge to Success believes the money can help them go the extra mile for guiding the community's youth.
So we can serve more meals, we can help more children, we can help at least 30 more children from the community.
Bridge to Success is just one of the organizations that could reap the benefits of the money the city of Little Rock will soon vote on. They've spent years keeping kids in school and out of trouble, from growing up in after-school programs to stepping into leadership roles. Staff members say they have witnessed firsthand the positive impact this makes throughout the community. Now, other organizations that could get a chunk of that $500,000 include GOAT, the Boys and Girls Club, Central Arkansas Library System, and Light Density Foundation. Little Rock directors are expected to vote on the matter next Tuesday. Well, this nicer weather has us thinking about spring already, and that means baseball season is almost here. In fact, the Arkansas Travelers are already getting ready. Single game tickets for their 2024 season are now on sale. That's about a month earlier than previous seasons. There are 69 home games at Dickey-Stephens this year, and right now you'll only be able to buy tickets through the Travs website. And if you're looking for season tickets, there are still a few left. Also happening today, the city of Little Rock is meeting to discuss possible improvements to the city's drainage concerns. A public meeting will be held at 5:30 this evening to review improvement projects in Ward 3. The city's Public Works Department is encouraging members of the public to attend and give feedback. Now, if you're interested, that meeting will take place at Calvary Baptist Church, located at 57 Cantrell Road. And all day tomorrow, we'll be celebrating National Wear Red Day. In support of women's heart health, we want to encourage you to join us in wearing red for the day. It's a way to raise awareness to heart disease and encourage folks to live a healthier lifestyle. And the awareness doesn't stop there. In 2 minutes, we'll show you how we can shed light on another disease that affects the lives of millions each year. And Nathan?
And we are looking at the final days of meteorological winter here in the Northern Hemisphere. There's your average high. Today, 52, but by the end of the month, we're flirting with 60 degrees for the average high. We're to the 60s today. I'll let you know how long that type of warm weather will be sticking around in my 7-day forecast coming up.